Hey everybody, it's Dave here. Just wanted to give you the big race report from the Tour de Scottsdale today. As a lot of you know, I've been training for this race for a while, and today was the race. So I want to start by thanking a couple of people. The first person I really want to thank is my wife Monica, who has been really great about letting me train for not only this race, but a lot of other races. And it's time consuming, it takes away from our time with the kids, and she's been really supportive in my doing that, so I really appreciate her help with that. The other one's Tony Horton. And you might say to yourself, well, why would you thank Tony Horton, since Tony Horton's not really a bike racer? The reason is that Tony taught me how to train. You know, for those of you out there doing P90X, I always like to tell people P90X is like more than just a 90-day fitness program. It's really a class in how to train. And all of my training is structured the same way that P90X is. I'll go for 2 to 4 weeks of a specific activity focused on a specific skill set. That might be speed, might be hills, might be base strength, might be endurance, and then I'll take a recovery week, let my body adapt to all that stuff, and then start over with something else. And I lay out my training plans exactly the way P90X is. So I just wanted to thank Tony for teaching me how to do that, because in 2003, when I started Power 90, going on a 70-mile bike ride was not something that I could have even imagined doing, and yet here we are. So with that said, on to the race report. Here's my medal, which is pretty cool. It was a tough course. It's really hilly, and I've ridden it the last 2 weeks, and the last 2 weeks the issue has been heat. It has been brutally hot. I think it was 105 one of the days that I rode it, and you just can't take enough water. I have an extra cage that fits on behind my seat. I'm taking 4 bottles with me and having to stop to fill up because it was just no way. Today the issue was wind, and it was brutally windy today. There's a stretch where you go on a long downhill, it's about 9 mile downhill, where you can usually get going up to 45 miles an hour, maybe faster for some of the big boys. And I couldn't get it over to about 32 going down that hill because it was just straight into the wind. At least I thought it was straight into the wind. Then we turned and went south, and the wind was really coming up from the south. And there's a stretch of the race where it's probably 15, maybe close to 20 miles. That was just brutal and straight into the wind. It was like a 15-mile hill climb. Then turned, and as you come back, there's a couple hills you hit late. One of the hills is the one that I use where I do my hill repeats on. And so I came to that hill, and I know that hill very well. As I said, I mean, I go up and down this thing once a week. I just go over there and just go up and down and up and down and up and down it. And I flew up the hill. I'm not sure where the second wind came from exactly. There's the wind blowing, speaking of wind. But I just went flying up the hill. So that was really good. That tells me that a lot of the training I'm doing is effective and is good. I'm in a fair amount of pain right now, and I was in a fair amount of pain on the ride. I think competitive cyclists will tell you that really bike racing is about 2 things. It's pain and your ability to endure pain. My ability to endure pain today was a lot better than I thought it would be. About mile 50, my hamstring really started to hurt, my hips started to hurt. Stopped for a second at one of the aid stations, topped off the water, took a little break, maybe 4 or 5 minutes, and then got back on the bike. And when I got back on, I felt fine. Felt good, felt strong, and finished off the last 20 miles or so. Like I said, really good. So a lot of fun, a good bike ride, a great race. You know, being on the road with 1,200 other cyclists and having the cops wave you through every light is an experience that any cyclist should really take advantage of. If there's a local bike race in your area, I would highly encourage you to train for it and do it. It was a blast. I can't wait for next year. And up next is the Phoenix Rock and Roll Half Marathon in January. And then April 11th, it's the big boy, the Half Ironman US Navy SEAL Triathlon. So a lot more videos coming at you for my training for that. So take care, everybody. Good to see you.